or Green Party today, Losha. Let us put funeral above politics. Let us be Ubuntu tulete mwana. Ubuntu kute mwana. Ubuntu kulosha pamo. Then Zambia, let us put hatred aside. Let us mourn ECL. Even if you didn't like him, he was your president for 7 years. So Ubuntu, let love lead. Let us mourn as one. If you don't want to mourn, then you can exit the page. Yes. We want people who are here to love and mourn with the Lungu family. If you are here to fight, we don't have energy for you. We don't have energy. We don't have time for people who are here to fight. There is a time for everything. So the Bible says. A time to mourn. Let me just read that verse in the Bible. I'm going to start with the scripture today. There is a time for everything. In the Bible tells us so. Time for everything, Bible verse. Yes. Kirunava, send the green hearts to mourn ECL. We are here to mourn, guys. We are not here to fight. We are here to mourn ECL. Send a rose, send a heart for ECL. We are not here to fight anyone. If you want to fight, you are in the wrong place. You are in the wrong place. We are here to celebrate the legacy of ECL because we are human beings. Human beings mourn together. When a funeral happens, a funeral is supposed to be a moment to bring people together. A wedding is another occasion which is supposed to bring people together. A birth of a child is another occasion which should bring people together. A funeral in this case should bring us together. We come against every spirit that is there to bring divisiveness over a funeral of a great man, a great leader of a great nation, a man who had a big heart full of love, a man who was always smiling, and despite the situation, he always had a smile. He always brought a joke to whoever was around him. We thank God for his life. And then now that he has gone to be with the Lord, we shall celebrate his life. We shall not allow anyone to let enmity or animosity or anger to prevail, to bring confusion on his life. Yes. So thank you. We are reading today from Ecclesiastes 3 verses 1 to 8. A time for everything. I am starting today with a time for everything. A time to mourn. A time to mourn. This is our time to mourn. If you are here to fight, you are on a wrong page. We are here to mourn Edgar Chagwa Lungu. Send a rose, send a heart for Edgar Chagwa Lungu wherever he is. A time for everything. Ecclesiastes 3, 1 to 8. There is a time for everything. A season for every activity under the heavens. A time to be born and a time to die. A time to plant and a time to uproot. A time to kill and a time to heal. A time to tear down and a time to build. A time to weep, a time to laugh. A time to mourn, a time to dance. A time to scatter stones, a time to gather them. A time to embrace and a time to refrain from embracing. A time to search, a time to give up. A time to keep, a time to throw away. A time to tear, a time to mend. A time to be silent, a time to speak. A time to love and a time to hate. A time for war and a time for peace. Yes, so this is the time to mourn. We are here to mourn. There's a time for everything. We can't mix mourning and fighting. No. Fiakana, fidei cancer. Fidei cancer. So we are here. We should mourn as one. We should weep as one. The time to die has come for our former president, but all of us should mourn him. We can't mourn and dance at the same time. Some people are dancing while some people are mourning. That's why there is confusion, Muchalo. There is confusion in the country because this is a time to mourn. How can a time to mourn be a time for some people to dance? for your father. In the same house, we shenunafwa. Some people are mourning, some are dancing. That's why there is confusion in the country. We all have to think and mourn together. If you try to do contradictory things, the country is mourning. We are all supposed to mourn together. So we cannot be mourning and the other people are dancing. We cannot be weeping and some people are laughing. No. So, if you are here, weep with us, mourn with us. Otherwise, leave the page. It can't be both. It's in the Bible. Yes. There is a time for a time to tear and a time to mend. This is a mending time. If you hated Edgar Chagwalungu in life, he is no more. So it is your time now to mend. Start mending that hatred that you had for ECL. He is no more. Start mending your hearts and forgive yourself for the hatred that you have. Because there's no need to carry hatred over on somebody who is dead. Why are you hating on somebody who feels? It's a shame. It is a shame. So that is my opening remark, just to remind the country and everyone that this is a time to mourn. So let us mourn. If you are not here to mourn with us, leave us alone. Leave us alone is my request. Leave us alone is all I can tell you. So, but yes, so the breaking news is that we saw a news article that South Africa, they are ready to bury. They have granted DCL burial in South Africa. That is some good news. And there is a conflicting statements about, is it Hamasaka? Hamasaka said something. I don't know. I don't know what is happening to these people. Hamasaka katushefye balela ndoko matomola naena alela ndefyakwe. Yes.
Can you hear?
Yes, I can hear you. Go ahead.
Can you hear me?
Yes, go ahead.
Okay. Abena matomola Hamasaka bashalaba. Chatala mwana mweleza. Matomola in the first place. I've called him, I've told him, I've advised him. Don't focus on him. Just move on with other people that are serious and those people that reason properly. I'm not castigating him. I know the man. And I'm not saying this without any knowledge of the man. I know the man. Think twice, but the time of reckoning is coming. And our Hamasaka bene batisa nde mwewa muri kino kyalo twalambo kwendo gwamba bakyenjeri ombalambo kutabe kwati mashiru museso abatuntulo. How can the president speak balanda batana address ikyalo alo omuntu kwisafu mafyoku iyo mwewo? Are we serious? Are we normal? Are we too much?
I want to say that I'm under Mozambique. I told you to lay by president. I got the election. They put to land, foot to land. Now, what type of government? I don't know. Government or anything, and now people the put to figure out from Zambian. No one should mislead us.
And them weber. Walambo gwendo gwamba ili nefe. Abantu walambo gwendo gwamba so. Because if you feel like that, not to kupena kopanono.
Hello, how are you? Thank you.
Please mute as you come in, and if you're on the big screen, it is your time to talk. Go ahead, Kafundisha.
We cannot allow the head of state has spoken, Bapela Marimax, and giving the reasons. Ola you isole landulula. Who are you? Ukula landulula. Chiranga fedizoga. Ero ye shataramana. Bushena rishibia kefutkara tekwefi. Mwe over. Awe over ekide. No kupiunga. Umupwila pamuchinu cha Zambia. Because ichiwa na chile tutempa, chile tinika, chile tonkola. Ero kotuara lola. Na chinji yemibere takweme. The other day, I was looking at a kid kama tomono masharanda. Ngakwabe fi bakapuma abantu. Ngakwabe na ulaji atisishu achadi. Sikai kashina sikaile shamu na nimuchana ni follow.
Sikaile is good governance advocate. Nari mulembe natiwe Sikaile. What kind of good governance olelanda papa? You know? Amnesty International country is compromised. We have seen his colors.
Yes. Crisis.
Yeah.
When there's a crisis, you need to show leadership.
Exactly.
You need to show unity. People are being paid. People are being paid
for paycheck, eh?
Yes. Ngabakasa chino chalo chimona Simon Mwewaudia. Bale kase chalo, na mwakase chalo na papata. Where are your children going to be? Where are we going to be? Tua papata, ndemi papata, ichindikeni, mpwirapu.
No,
Mwapuisha bakafundisha.
For now, let him speak.
Okay, Danskin, the floor is yours. Yeah.
We'll look at it biblically, and then I think you started with the scripture. So we are people that are born because we've got only one God. And if you're a true believer and a child of God, your seed should be that of love. So I'll ask everyone, during this time, have we seen that? Are we sowing a seed of love, or are we sowing a seed of confusion? The answer is there's no love. There's so much confusion. I was a person today, I was thinking to say, you know what? Like you get to know who's a good leader in a time of crisis. Now, here's a point where I'm looking at. There's a crisis, and to take a good leader to solve this. If I was in this situation as a leader, what can I do? Sometimes you need to think of the way forward. And this way forward is to healing the nation and bringing the nation together. Number one point is, Lungu was not just an ordinary citizen of Zambia. Lungu was the president of Zambia for 7 years. And you can never take that away from him. No matter how good or bad he was to you, we need to honor that. So, if I was a leader today, and God has blessed me to be a leader of Zambia, and I've seen there is a crisis like it is today, trust me, I would go to see the South African president, my elder brother Ramaphosa. This is a crisis that I'm facing. Can you help me go and see the Lungu family so that we sit? And then, when you're doing this, there should be no media. It's the two of you. Instead of addressing the nation on Thursday, what other plans and alternative did you have in place so that we can give our brother, our former president, a leader, and who was loved by so many people, a funeral that is worth him? I would go and sit with Ramaphosa. And trust me, the Lungu family, all they need, they're in a crisis. Because us, we are just talking, but these are the people that have lost a father, a husband, a grandfather. So we are now going to look at it. If they were approached by the South African government in a way where there's Ramaphosa, there is also the president. Trust me, the Lungu family can listen. And then they can even respect this head of state. But all we've heard, even on Thursday, maybe most of you guys didn't listen to this. Never did I see our head of state apologizing to the Lungu family, but he had the audacity to apologize to the South African government. So in all this picture, where is the Lungu family? You can have time to apologize to the South African government, but you have no time to say, the Lungu family, I am so sorry for this inconvenience and for these traumas that we are throwing on you. Can you please forgive us? We'll work on other things. We'll sit as a government, and we're going to provide leadership. So at the end of it all, we need to look at this. And then I'm calling upon all Zambians. You know what? God is still the throne of us. And when there's prayer, everything is possible. Let us pray for Zambia. Let us not allow the darkness that has come onto Zambia to be there. We need to kneel down. I think tomorrow, let's just even dedicate maybe Sunday. Let us bring people that are going to worship and pray for Zambia. Even just 1 hour. God hears our prayers when we come together. God bless Zambia. And let not this darkness that is covering and over around Zambia be the seed that we want to plant for our future. Thank you very much, and God bless you.
Thank you, Daskin. A powerful suggestion there. So I think tomorrow we can just be here to pray. All the panelists tomorrow prepare a scripture verse. We shall pray and commit our country. Chichi, the floor is yours. If you are not ready, let me know. Sorry, I missed your call. Welcome, Chichi girl. I missed your call. I was just getting ready. But tomorrow, everyone, let us be ready with scriptures to mourn and rededicate our country to Christ, for peace to prevail in this country. For us we pray for the government to be honest in the dealings with the Lungu family, because as long as they continue running around the Lungu family, there will be no resolution. The problem here is that the government is avoiding the people whom they should really be talking to, the people whom they should really be apologizing to, the people who they should have collaborated with 100% to make sure that the body arrived in Zambia on June 18. But now, today is June 21, and what is happening, we don't know. We have seen that South Africa have granted permission for ECL to be buried there. And this is a bitter pill we have to swallow. And we as Zambians, we have been denied the opportunity to bury Lungu because of a dishonest government, because they are not honest, because they are breaching the agreement which they made the family. And that is why now the family is making a difficult decision to bury their loved one in exile. This is not easy. It is not easy. And we just have to pray for the family so that they can continue seeking God's grace, and whatever decision they make will be the best for everyone in this situation. Chichi girl, the floor is yours.
Thank you, Madam President. Good evening, everybody, wherever you are. Good afternoon, good morning. I greet you all in the name of Jesus. Yes, we continue with our with our fight with this government, dishonest government, as Madam Queen is putting it. It's a very dishonest government. I don't know whether you people on the panel have seen that. I saw the post by Lily Mutambo, where she's saying he has gone to South Africa for reconciliation. You'll be ashamed, all of you. And then I'm like, don't start chanting that kind of reconciliation at this hour when we sang before even he made that statement on the AI-generated statement on ZNBC, wrongly spelled actually, which was written in National address. They've tried to correct it now. If you check, they've tried to correct it. So for me, it's an issue of this same thing we are talking about, being dishonest. Because if you saw that, okay, these are the things that immediately when these things happened, whatever he's trying to do now is what he should have done before he made that statement. Because like even Danson has said, where do we place the Lungu family right now? Where do we place them? Do we care about them? No, we don't care about them. We only care about our own issues here. We care about our own issues. Why should the president go to South Africa today? Why? For reconciliation. As I've looked at the lady Mutambo, she says going to South Africa for reconciliation. What reconciliation is he going to look for at this hour? So that he confuses the Lungu family. They now say, okay, we'll bring the body, and then we go back and forth. So that he confuses the Lungu family. They now say, okay, we'll bring the body, and then we go back to.
Please mute as you come in. Bamwewa, mute as you come in.
So for me, basically, let the Lungu family focus on what they have. You know, even the person who's out there who will not stand with you, because now will be like, we don't know what your position is. They've already made the decision. The decision has been made. Let's go ahead and bury, so that we respect that. Even the person who is hosting you would think, okay, you understand? Because just because of one person who desperately wants to make sure that he's there to bury Lungu. I think let's be above politics. The confusion, that's why we have seen confusion. Like somebody has I don't know whether it was Kafundisha or Danson. Honestly speaking, you go and start fighting the head of state who has given a statement, and you want to bring English to us Zambians to say, no, he did not abruptly end the mourning period. He abruptly extended. What says is that? You want to bring English to us. We don't know what he did. We don't know what he said. We heard exactly what President Echet said when he said, this morning is now over. Today, the 19th of June. So, over, what does it over mean? It has ended. It has ended. Was it supposed to end at that time? No, it wasn't supposed to end at that time. It was supposed to end on Monday. And because now they've gotten the backlash, they always come back like that. They always want to come back, trying to do what is the word I'm looking for? To protect whatever they said. I'm looking for the word. It has gone. You can imagine that's a confusion which is heading everywhere. I feel the spirit of confusion in my head. Because you can't. We heard clearly what the president said, and then you come today and start teaching us English. We refuse that spirit of confusion. And among us themselves, this is Motomola also says, boss, they can't if you. So, even within themselves, they don't even know what's going on. Do they even understand what their boss is going through right now? And then you see, I don't know how true that is, where you see, 13th president to attend the burial. And then he has also started saying, yes, President Echet is surrounded by wrong people. He's not surrounded by friends. Aha! Why are you not celebrating Chule? Celebrating to say, yes, he has cancelled the mourning. Let's continue. So, you all said, we are tired. We can't go mourning in perpetual. Let us who are mourning continue mourning and bury. When we bury, yes, then we can say we've ended our mourning. Mourning does not end. It can take forever. But you celebrated. So continue with your celebration. So but the Lungu family, they're not reacted. They just told you, no, we're going to bury. Maybe they expected to say, hey, this, no. The people love ECL. They love the ECL. They loved him, and they love him in while alive and while he's dead. We still love him, and we are going to do the right thing and something which is dignifying. By the way, those who are listening, who are near the Lungu family, when they wanted to do the dialogue, I'll go back to that point. When they wanted to do the dialogue, when the church says let's do the dialogue, President Lungu had two requests that he made. Those they still stand. He has not President HH has not made those requests. He has not honored those requests for ECL. If you all remember, there was a letter which circulated which he said ECL wrote for this dialogue to go on. He needed PF to be given back to the PF, the original PF. I've forgotten the other one. I was looking for the letter because I wanted to read it so that I'm not speaking from without. But I remember the 2 points which he had. If anyone here has that letter, we can look at it. So for me, as Dasila, I'll just give him that letter to say, my dad wrote this when he was alive. Did you do this? No. So which reconciliation are you looking for? I think we'll talk about reconciliation after we bury. It's considered for chashani apa ba echechi. So that musanga kokumalibona kunishi. Because we are not investing or we are not doing at hatred or shan. It's love. The love that we have for ECL. We want to defend him. We are defending him, even in his death. So, Matomola, continue fighting with your Hamasaka. I don't know, maybe you've resolved that issue because I heard somebody said, oh, they've deleted the post, or maybe they've deleted, so they've realized we are not going to fight in there. To wash the linen, what do you call wash linen in the
dirty linen in public, yeah.
Dirty linen in the public. Maybe they've realized there's no need for that. So. Skyre, he's not a person that you can trust. Today is here, tomorrow is here. No point of whatever he has. No, he can't specify to say, let me stand for justice that he preaches. He started bringing issues of, oh, this one died, this one died, this one died. Hello? Didn't PF people also die? If we talked about it, you start wondering what kind of
okay, they think they are talking like ECO is alive. What's wrong with these people? They can't think that ECO Nafwa. We lost a man because of wickedness and cruelty.
Exactly.
You couldn't put a line between politics and humanity. That's why ECO died.
And remember, when they were coming in politics, in power, they keep on forgetting that. They preach to say, we want to do things different.
We want, yes. Apana, because anamwishi ba mamechi kosere. Na beshibo kwebati, isi nga talele ngatabamushikire mu Zambia. That is their confirmation of their exit. Because campaign ikabati, let us vote this government out so that ECO can come and be buried in Zambia. So the reality has set in. Ukwebati ECO ngalala kuria onsi omuntu akemo kubavotorola echiri papa. So the thing has sunk in their brain.
How do we trust them? How can we trust them that today they said it has ended? After 2 days that no, we didn't say that.
They are dishonesty. Kabende fe we knock South Africa. Kabende fe we no bae bayelede. But the Lungu family will support them whatever they decide.
Yes.
Hi, good afternoon, people.
The floor is for our Honorable Queen.
After Africa, we'll talk about reconciliation. For now,
Good evening, good afternoon, good morning. I hope everyone is doing fine despite we are mourning ECL. Firstly, as a Zambian, I'm so disappointed to this government of Baka Inde Chidem. Very disappointed. And it's shameful to call myself a Zambian today because of the man who came in power, who came to promise false promises to Zambian people, who says, I'll never revenge, I'll never do this. But what we have seen, whatever is working now to the film of Israel, the life of Israel after the office, it's hurting. And this man, he has never preached good things about Israel. He has never even recognized Israel. And I wonder why he was claiming the film of Israel. Firstly, he came himself to the public and said, if mourning, national mourning, it has come to an end because they need to go back to their works. Again, the same government, again they come back at no, how can you mislead the world? How can you mislead Zambian people? Even South Africa, the South Africa people are helping us.
Limbi wale for we a great crash private barrio na babe bachi bale shikarero. has gone to crash the funeral.
It's so
Yeah, Kosa.
embarrassing. It's so embarrassing to this government. It's a shameful government. Never am a praise singer. You know what? As a praise singer, speak good things. As a praise singer, it's not always you want to say bad things. You want to bring confusion. You want to do what? As a praise singer, we are all Zambians. And the way I know Zambians are loving people, are caring people. Now, if you Zambia, well, I'm a Zambian, you know. Everyone will be happy we're a Zambian. But I don't know where we have taken away that love. And it's a shameful. But I've heard post. Yes, that he has gone. If he has gone, please let him just go, because if he has gone with shame. It's shame because he doesn't listen.
He should have gone 2 weeks ago.
If we think like no one can be above me. The family of Rungu, at least have standing their ground with Makebi. We are proud of him. So, Manifestica, we are so disappointed, but let's not forget about God. Let's keep on praying for the family of Lungu. They need our prayers. They need our love. They need our encouragement. That's what I can say.
Thank you. Now, unfortunately, she can so very focus to attend burial by fire, by force. But promise, Mulishani, I have to attend this burial by fire, by force. School, yeah. Yeah, Kosa. The floor is yours.
We know, how is everybody doing? Thank you, Madam President, for all this time that you've dedicated yourself to making sure every day these conversations are taking place. First and foremost, we are standing with the Rungu family. Make sure the Lord sustains them through this difficult time. And everybody on the panel that's standing with the Rungu family, may God bless you. You're doing a great job. Like somebody said, I think that was Fundisha or something like that, if I'm correct. Talked about Fetwala with one kind of a voice, not to in the same country. Others are saying this, others are supporting these people, others are even insulting the body that is insulting Rungu was passed on. I think at this time there's need for us to come together and be able to stand and support the family. It's so surprising that UPND, even when they're in government, they can still tell lies. You know, our president, and the morning has ended, like somebody actually, he said the morning has actually ended. You know, and again by UPND praise singers, they're coming back and said, no, that's not what he said. It's the same thing like what happened. He said 10 hours, by 14 hours, the dollar will change. Today, if you ask them, they keep saying, no, he actually didn't mean that. He said this. And if you ask them about 50 million, they said, no, actually, he didn't say that. He actually meant this. So does it mean only English is understood by the UPND people? So when the president says this, then it actually means something else. You know, and it's quite saddening for a country. And we are not being loyal or patriots to our own country. Forever loyal to our own pockets. Like, for example, Tayari, those guys are just loyal to their own pockets, but not to the country, which is a very sad state of affair. We need to be loyal to our country. If they find they're destroying and sowing this seed of dishonesty, you know, how is the country going to be in the next 5 years, even after HH has left? Because the bad seed has been planted, which will take a lot of time to be uprooted, or maybe to be destroyed, and maybe to make it germinate among our young ones. So we really have to pray hard, like somebody was suggesting. I think that was the Madam President. We have to pray tomorrow. We really have to seek the face of God. God may help us, because you see that dishonesty coming from the leaders going down to the new generation, to the younger ones. It's a very, very bad seed. You know, it's just going to be everywhere, and to get rid of it is just going to be impossible. And of course, the other thing that disappointed me, of course, I'm talking about dishonesty about European. Never affected the state when White and negotiate now Makebi go South Africa before they went the thing. And the man was able to lie in front of the cameras, and I respected that man, and I said, no, this man, I have so much respect for him. How can he be lying in front of the cameras? And I was like, why can Makebi Zulu challenge this man and say what they're saying is not the truth? You know? But I was like, I don't know what's going on in our country. But we really need to stand our ground, and we really need to pray. Because right now we have so many young people who are supporting this foolishness and this dishonesty among the government, and which is not a good thing. I think I end here for today. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Yes, we have to. You know, one thing why Makebi didn't speak out in Gatachamweneke, we know, for them to start arguing in front, it was in front of the cameras. That was in Pretoria, and it was a high-stake meeting. The whole world was watching. So we are here to, for me, from now on, my mission is to promote a government that is honest. We are tired of these lies of UPND. They operate on lies. We were zombified, some of us. We were zombified to believe their lies. We campaigned for them. But now we are no longer zombies. We see through all the lies. You know? They are like what Hamasaka is saying, but President Walande, if he was on tape, the president said we can't mourn indefinitely. As of tonight, it ends. You know? And then from there, Hamasaka says something else. We are not zombies. And that's why tomorrow we'll be here to pray and break all the chains, so that every zombified brain can start seeing through the lies. Bamelenga, the floor is yours.
Good evening, Mama President. To Mwaloshen Bonse, thank you so much for giving me this opportunity. I think, Mama President, for tomorrow, Mama Elia can even prepare the prayer points so that we follow in that way. And then one thing I can say is, one thing I've seen is the president is, I think, is restless because he's thinking that the chiri ndecho baimbapalia. Chiri ndecho baimbapalia nachibala tabalelala because bale tontoka nyoko bati ba if he say otalale mulia nani walaya lala.
Why be the man that because bakapange po fiechi monument. Be pusha nesh, let them just make a monument there. Ah, we apata pali nenchi tomo is my sister. That burial site, chiri ndecho baimba chiria. Let them just make a monument. But president, ngakuliaba de umfapano. But president, vechura no mutima chibaimbile manda. Let them make that as a monument.
Because abalala pepa my president. So, inani next to wala ingiremu. Elo if you for bade sakamana sana because already South Africa fit philosophy interview, we know, thank God for that. We thank God. At what the enemy meant for evil, God has turned it around.
Mama swali na kumuputula. I think ngawaimbe chilindi waimbe lo mnole chilindi with the evil heart. God will let you with the evil heart to fall in that deep. So let him fall in that grave.
Ichirindi mwevantu, sorry Shiraseka, ichirindi. Waimbe ichirindi mwevantu twasangwako. Ichirindi, Ichirindi. Ukuya imbe ichirindi mwevantu ichirindi bakanda bali munyamune nabafala na ma red bare bare mona temuke salala lungumo wala.
Yes, ini ndio for yabo.
Wala waimbe ichirindi.
Mama,
we always pray. Whoever is going to dig a grave for me, let himself go in the
Umuntu afafye 2 days nomubiyita ulatalala. Umubiyita ulatalala wayamkwimba ekirindi kyamunobe.
Okay, inindi efoshabe inindi. Umushiri okay nalanda to umushiri. Umushiri uleta ulatuita ifofwe bantu. Now, in this country, we have designated the place. Here, our president, now, I don't know the advisors. Maybe make me a distant advisor. Because our advisor was president. You cannot start digging.
Sorry.
Madam
President. What?
Oh, what is it?
Okay. Inindi waimbe chirindi. Nomulopatala talala omuntu mumochali muri omulopata ulatalala namwamba kale kwimbe chirindi. Ichakwa president.
Yes. If you are imba, me have seen family mo yayashtati inepo tukalala n'abana bandi hapa mwimbe kuna afwe bafuire ubushukumo abantu nukuya bashiko ubushukumo so umushiri uratubweshesha kula kwini twafumine uratuito kutubwesha kula kwini so whoever makes such a decision ukuya imbire nindi fyatulandi atamaka yabamulukimi ake tuwakutia. So if you want to joke on social media, actually, ngawala shika ba bwana ubuteko ngawala bushika ku South Africa ubwafu minepo. The legacy it left ngawala butwala ku South Africa. Bato bechiria. That's my advice. Ngawala chibika we are going to put it as a historical share. Imwe
Ichirindi chalaruka monument webantu bayamkwimba ekirindi omuntu omulopata ulatalala nokutalala ero ineko naishiba imanda bemba same day traditionally nga umuntu nga afa demu neshika ekwimba emanda and the family have to be there to make sure that takuli mulye filera mulya kind of permanent resting place.
Cadres, UPND cadres. What respect do you have? The people who do that,
imagine nali mwana bale bamo kachingani bakachani okona kasapato baleroresha temkalanga lungu emkala. Oh, please.
You know what, Madam Pombe, this government, they wanted to get rid of Lungu's remain.
Diabolical things, we know it is biblical. Even in the Bible, people were fighting over some leaders' remains.
Despite, for me, for example, you, Madam Pumi, you are my sister, for example. President. You are still my sister. We still have traditions.
Yes.
We still have
when you become a leader, you are even more. Because you are a chosen one to become a president. balole lefe na benanga balefa ya bonse tuli bakufwa so yabale ebirimina okushika omunabo balole le bakashike president wabo why mulebirimina okushika president wa munene mwamkwimba n'ekirindi namufwalana n'ekisote fya makada all the ministers there on ECL's grave.
Despite we are saying it's a state funeral, but icho mukosere pachitumbi tutabulefu musangwe ko chinshi
mukashiko wenu na imwe ba UPND mwalikwatama president bino na imwe mukashika lekeni ba PF na family, let the family bury their own, let the dead bury their dead.
Epo nshirana alapira ku kirangiro kimo Kula pafilo fifi ya common fitwate fifilo. Despite twalikwate chuma family. So uli ama wafu wakwate chuma sana nga safa. Kula wala bamuwa sontati. Baliba mwipe. Bushanga masaji wati badia. Mwanza mvofa titwalia kula eba mwipe badia. Bushachi bashani pachilo.
Ne twali mwana pone mboko shife ya pepeka abantu. Imboko shiyai mayaya mkuma abantu.
Iba kwa chitu mwaipa yomuntu. So numba. Webona abakweba kulupwa. Ukwebati. Uiba pwata. Echo ule ipatikishisha jinshi.
Elo kuipatikisha. Abafa ya reconciliation ingabali.
Akano kale chena chibalushi bafano kuingira muna chena manye. Cho balifaida abashinja.
Bazion, the floor is yours. Ichirindi mwe bantu, ichirindi. Umurapata ulatala la South Africa kulia na mamba kaliokuimbe chiri. Elo bale tangala no sapato no to jacket kumanda. Kuya mkuchita tuwe manda. Oh please, I cannot bury my father there. I can never. My enemies, ukula chita tuwe manda ya batata. My enemies to pick a burial place for my father. How can my father rest in peace if my enemies picked his burial site? If my enemies dug his grave 2 days after he died, and this is the president, a king of the land, how is Israel going to rest in peace when his enemies dug his grave without consultation of the family? You ask him, Nangwe wawini hapo praise singer. Kutu walala in peace nga wafu angachako bati enemy wobewa imbire manda yobe. Can you sleep in peace? Let us be real na imwe. Chile chikabefe chi monument. Nga walefa baka chitobolo baka bike pofe nefian. Let them cover it up and put grass or plants over there. It's some nonsense. Yes. Bachipangu surefye takwa abaenemy kukuimbire manda. Na tukada to UPND to praise singer to mazombi to na mkutatuwa emanda. I can never let my father to go sleep in that grave dug by his enemies. Never.
Olo na mona papeni ma wafumba pumi ati umuntu ni Freemason fida balela nda abantu kale na leo mfu abantu balela nda timba Freemason banankan ba praise singer na leo mfu abantu balela nda panomba na shamakta kwaba.
Go ahead, Bazion. Twachita rant.
Maef mwana ndeta Freemason. Inefye mtwenty yaba satabashi. I took my time. Na feti ndimona ile symbol yabo. Na leo naista Google Freemason symbols. Na hii sana ile symbol yabo. So for me as
I will give you one instance because I was working for Roadspark as a head teacher and I was renting the house for his brother. So and some meeting in a popular pen our brother but the thing is that is not a person that you can go closer to and have a conversation. So for me, no, there's something that is not right about him. If you look to him eyeball to eyeball, he can't even look at you. There's something off about him. But you know, our late president Vaedi Galungu is a man of God, chosen by God. Do not do anything to the former president. Leave him. So I can be open and talk about that now. In future, let him rest in peace wherever he is.
Basikaile walipa live wapa lekeni mbelenge bandembela message basikaile. He says, Pumi, you host a podcast and allow an audience to demean some of us, and you are not allowing us to share our views. You and me, the campaign, the President Lungu day and night, and today you have the energy to parade my personality here, like seriously. Yes, Sikaile, because you say you are a advocate for good governance. So, but in the last few weeks, you have turned away from being an advocate of good governance to being a cadre for UPND. So since you are a cadre now, people will treat you for what you are. I respected you, and even when we decampaigned PF because we wanted change, we didn't decampaign PF so that the same rubbish can start happening under UPND. And then if you are really an advocate for true governance, you will condemn the dishonesty of this UPND. But no, you are just become a cadre. You have thrown away the good name that you built. For what reason, I don't know. So if people are offended by what you are doing out there, I can't control them. Because people will respond to you on how you behave. Yesterday, there was a big thing about Mwizukanji. Mwizukanji was put to task because whatever she posted was mocking the family. And she came to apologize. So you can't control people. People will react to you on what you say as Skaire.
That's true.
So become correct and apologize. Don't be involved in partisan politics. You are an international. You are on an international platform.
Let me also just add to what you said, Madam Queen. Over silence.
He's here as he is listening.
We respected him. But the problem is, why is he bringing the deaths of those people who died of, there was that older lady who died, all those people who died, who they claim the UPND people. He's forgetting that even PF, he never spoke about Kungo. Kungo died. He never speaks about, why do you want to pick a one side and leave the other one side? If you are if you are an advocate, speak the justice for both. Don't pick. Yet you suffered, you PF made you suffer. You even post the mass paper where you say Skyler is wanted.
Okay, he has come in as a guest. Go ahead, Skyler. He has come in as a guest. Welcome, Skyler.
So we're not going to say, no, this, and this. But you the thing the way they are. Ask people who are here. We follow and see. If this one says this one says, just like that, Tunsatari is today is here, today is there, and we want to applaud Tunsatari and whatever. No, that is he called it himself as Mephomania. We are going to go in like that. So if we see something is wrong, we'll condemn what is wrong. Let's stand by the truth.
I don't want you to my question to
cannot
talk
make
as well.
it. Can never make anything right.
Okay.
That's what we've been avoiding.
Okay, so Vasikaile, what is your take? We have him on Facebook.
Yeah. Can you hear me?
Yeah. You sound like you're in a vacuum though. Are you on a speaker or something? Earpiece?
Yes, I'm using my earpiece.
Okay, go ahead.
Yes. One thing that you have to understand, you people, especially you, the host of the program, is that Zambia is a democratic state. And no matter what happens, we are going to have our own views on national issues. President Hakainde Hichilema, just like it was with President Edgar Lungu, not everyone is going to agree with him. So the first thing that you need to understand before you call other people names and stuff like that is that we are going to have different opinions on national issues. And when I talk about different opinions, if you found the President Edgar Lungu was a nice man to you, that doesn't mean that he was a nice man to everybody. If Hakainde Hichilema today is a nice man to somebody, it doesn't mean that he's a nice man to everybody. That's how life is. When you respect that reality, you make it easier. And you are going to understand the politics more in deeper and respect other people's opinion. Because this tendency of saying, oh, you are now a cadre and such that and all those kind of things, we all share different opinions. Personally, you, madam, my own wife, you know what I went through under the PF administration. But the day when we heard about the demise of President Edgar Lungu, we put aside our political opinions I wrote a couple number of articles talking about the need for the government to accord President Edgar Lungu a dignified state funeral, because our culture as Africans, when there's a funeral, even if you had fought with that person, you give an opportunity, right? You give an opportunity to mourn that person in peace. That's what we did, some of us, because we are human beings. We understand that there is life after politics. But what happened? We got insulted. We got insulted. Whether you like it or not, President Edgar Lungu, he passed through an institution that deserves a lot of respect. And that is the status. So if you people feel like it's okay for him to go and get, for him to be buried in South Africa, then where's your patriotism? We are not asking that the government should bring the remains of President Edgar Lungu, no, because maybe someone wants to feast on his body. No, it's the dignity of the country. All our former heads of state, they have got some a resting place where, site where that has been designated by the Zambian people, a call by the Zambian people, where they believe our children should be going there. Let's be sincere. The South
So
African
I am
government,
very sincere.
madam, yes, let me tell you something. Today, you are glorifying the South African government. Do you know what the South African government did to Jacob Zuma when he lost the power? They jailed him. Read your history. They jailed him because they believed there was something wrong. And this is something that personally, even if you people are waking up, attacking me, calling me all those names, I've been very consistent. I've called what is wrong is wrong. And I believe when someone does something which is right, I say it's right. President Edgar Lungu himself, before he died, he made it very clear. There are so many things that I did wrong. But when you and me were talking about it, we were labeled as cadres, as thugs, as bitter people. You get a point? Unfortunately, that President Edgar Lungu, he only came to his senses about the wrong that was happening in our country when it was too late. He had lost the power. When he had the authority to control, say, no, cadres, I don't want you to do what you are doing to the Zambian people because they are all citizens. Again, from the time he came, he has tried his best. The country, at the pace at which President Edgar Lungu had left the country in terms of violence, if Hakainde Hichilema was stupid, I'll use this word again. If he was stupid, I don't think if other people today, they would have been, talking about what they are talking about today. But let us learn to appreciate someone where they have done very well. You are talking about why did they dig the graveyard before the body comes, madam. This is the estate. It's not an ordinary burial. This has happened when Keke died, when Arabi died, when Chiruba died.
Let me stop you right there.
You're saying,
me stop you right there.
Mother, listen, just a second. Give me a second to finalize this point. You are questioning the government for preparing the burial site. Say, what is their interest in this? I'm answering it to you because that has been a norm. In case maybe you are not aware, when Manawasa died, the preparation was done adequately.
Yes, but the family was not there. The family was not there.
Listen, I think you are aspiring to be a president. You are aspiring to be a president. Now, you are aspiring to be a president.
Wait, my Chichi is still talking.
Listen, Manu. My wife, you are aspiring to be a president. The first thing that I would encourage you, start the government institutions, start the government protocol. I know there's a lot of information going on. You are a well-informed person. You are in a developed country there. And I bet it will be better for you to tell other people the reality.
And the reality is family comes first. Whether there is government protocol or not, we saw Sishua, who said that family comes first.
Wow.
Yes.
In Zambia, let me tell you one thing. In Zambia,
there will, if you will comes first.
Let me tell you. In Zambia, we have developed a speech where people no longer defend what is right, defend what they want.
But Edgar Lungu left a will. So you want us to throw the will away, even when lawyers have told you that a will comes first? You want the family to throw away the will of Edgar Lungu because of government. That is number one. You, as an advocate of good governance, should promote that the will is respected.
Do you know that the same family through Makede Zulu, they said President Edgar Lungu wished to be buried in his own country, which I believe is Zambia. Number one, I want you to understand that.
Yes,
Then they
we know
also
Yes.
listen.
The fact that
They
you
also say
that,
they
but at the
outlined.
same time, why hasn't President HH respected the wish that
Yes, the agreement that was made in Pretoria. There was an agreement in Pretoria. They were ready to bury there, but the government breached the agreement.
I'm going to speak.
Now, when there was a dialogue that was called by the church, President Lungu wrote a letter to say, for this dialogue to take place, I want these two things to be honored. He made two requests. President HH never even bothered about that. So why do you want to come and bother about ECO now issues? Because you want to say dignity and that. We're not going to talk about dignity. If he really wanted dignity, he could have said, okay, this is what my predecessor said I should not be part of this. Let me stay away. And the family did not refuse. They didn't want to bring the body to Zambia. They wanted to bring the body to Zambia. Because of one condition. It's kind of you are an advocate of human rights and justice. Tell me that what happened was right, that people should be invited to go to the airport for them to go and receive the body, the remaining of ECM. When ECM, you are forgetting.
Madam, point of correction.
You want
Point of
to
correction.
a blind eye to one thing and want to play the other eye.
Point of correction.
Don't be biased.
Through the moderator. Through the moderator. Through the moderator. Point of correction.
So, Mr. Skaile, in your own judgment,
Can I just respond to the previous question?
If you are truly a patriotic Zambian, can you be
I
in
am
a
a
fair
patriotic
position to say
Zambian.
all is being done
I am
well? So in your own voice, you are saying this government has done everything right.
So yes, Vasikaile is saying this government has done everything. But Vasikaile, where were you when this government denied Edgar Chagwalungu to go for treatment? You are an advocate for good governance.
Can I respond to that question? Can I respond to that question?
You were quiet when Edgar Lungu was being taken off the plane.
No.
Politics. Let Edgar
No,
go for
listen.
treatment.
Listen. Can I respond to the question? You're asking me questions like people are just making noise.
But we know these things.
Madam Moderator, people are making noise. I will take this as a noise making
It's
if people
okay,
they
it's
don't want
okay.
to make
Let
respond
people
to
vent.
it.
They are upset, Vaskaide. Go ahead now. She has said made her
Yeah,
point.
thank you. So let me respond to
Just
the
hold
question.
on, Mamelenga. Yeah, go ahead, Vaskaide.
When the late president was Home Affairs Minister, President Edgar Lungu, they at the airport.
Given about you trying to give an example.
Yeah, but you know, Vasukaile, people say that I should drop you because you are bringing in old things instead of talking about current affairs.
History makes you to be where you are.
Yeah, so they're asking me to remove you because you are bringing in opening old wounds.
Yes, I just wanted to let you know that President Edgar Lungu blocked President Vitia Banda from going.
We have seen the new dawn, their minds and the way they are, and the way they want to mislead people. So let him not mislead us. Let's go for our program, please.
We have a guest on Facebook. Go ahead, our guest on Facebook. Anyway, Hamasaka was here. Let me just summarize what just happened. Hamasaka was here. He's offended that people are calling him names. He's a kada. But Hamasaka, you came on the Zambian scene as an advocate of good governance. Now, if Hamasaka, you came to the Zambia political scene as an advocate of good governance like myself, you are supposed to talk when things are going wrong. One thing which went wrong is ECL was stopped from accessing medication. And where were you, Sikaile, to tell the government to say, let this man access medication? Fast forward, ECL dies. And there was all this impasse. Finally, a breakthrough meeting last Sunday where high-level international and local high-profile dignitaries met to agree that the family shall work with the government to draw a program, and the family produced 5 demands. One of them, Lubinda shall be recognized as PF president. The president, HH, should not be anywhere near the corpse. Archbishop Alec Vanda should be the one preside on all religious matters. What happened? The program was drawn. And also it was agreed that immediately the body arrives at KKK, it should go straight to Chifwema. But what happened? There was a notice from RDA that there would be roadworks on the road leading to Chifwema. There was a program which stated that there will be a church service somewhere at the international airport at a private area without the family. There were invitations to go there. People were restricted. Don't go to the airport. It's strictly under invitation. There were news of Chabinga faction printing PF t-shirts to go there. We woke up on Wednesday, there was police, military, and presence in the streets. So they want to give ECL a private burial. ECL had requested to have a church services in his village town and in Ndola where he was born and in Lusaka. The government denied all these things. They just said we will restrict the body to be in Lusaka only. So how can you say that the family is being unreasonable? This man ruled Zambia for 7 years. He deserved a funeral to be taken all around the country, for each provincial headquarters to go there and mourn him. But the government restricted ECL's funeral to Lusaka only. They said let people travel to Lusaka. So now that the government, the family actually, they were really good to me. To me, I think the family really agreed to things they shouldn't have agreed to. But they just like, okay, they met them halfway. We shall do it in Lusaka only. But then all this dishonesty and deception, the secretary to the cabinet lying openly that they paid for his medical bills. We cannot operate a country on lies. Even today, the president, after that, when the body didn't arrive, we saw the president coming. He said he was surprised. How can you be surprised when you breach the agreement? He said, we are calling off this morning. We cannot mourn indefinitely. And today we hear that they are saying the president didn't cancel the national mourning. Okay, what are you taking Zambians for? Are we serious? I don't know, I'm confused. I am confused. Somebody need to unconfuse me. I want shut up. You want people to shut up while you tell lies. That's your problem. Mulefo had to peddle lies. You want us to all shut up while you tell lies to confuse us more, to zombify us. But thank God we will not be zombified anymore.
Madam Kwenpomi, let me also add this question. Remember the vice president in parliament, he said it's treasonous, right? We heard it, right? Yes. Today I saw somewhere where she's saying they have not made any they're not. It's not. They've not violated any law. So it's these things that making us people think.
But you know, Banalumango, each time she says something, she just like, I just saw a headline of what she said. I'm like, this woman, I swear, somebody take the mic away from her. I see, but Ed, let's continue the program. We were confused. That is the thing with this government. They don't want a divergent or someone speaking the truth. They want, that's why all platforms have been shut down who were speaking the truth. Because they want to push a narrative and peddle lies. You know, Ngababe pobufi baya landa fimbi, and they want all of us to be quiet. That's why Sikaile was here. Sikaile, you are a man. Be a man and don't be dragged into this cheap politics. You can't continue talking about what ECO did there and whatever. This man is no more. I started by saying there is a time for everything. This time is to mourn Lungu. Let us mourn Lungu. Don't start bringing what ECL did 19 Pendef Kondo. So what? He is no more. He won't change anything. He's not a threat. He won't be on the ballot. Go ahead, Mama Edie. I'm going to drop some people so I can add some people want to come in, or you can drop if you have spoken. There are some people in the panel that would like to come in. So, Queen, I think Namlanda, or Milenga, Chichi, Dancing, one of you can drop. Ed, the floor is yours.
Yeah, you can drop me. Thank you very much. I really appreciate it. You can drop me.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah, you can drop me too. Thank you.
Good evening, Madam Pomi, my sister. How are you?
I'm good, thank you. How are you?
Everyone, I'm thankful to God. Thank you so much. But when if just to be honest from the beginning, of my man of God, telling him that he should make peace and he shouldn't do anything to that man, because that man is God. Because I'm telling you, if he doesn't humble himself to make things right, but the fact is that ukulabe pamailonga alandeki lelo alaisa piribula isa alande mamine tsala piribula alanda findi fotu. A leader shouldn't be like that. Numbers we will continue like that, be rude by a person like him, like that. The thing was so simple, whereby like the family wanted their wishes to be done like that. Because if I were him, I would just say, okay, it's fine, let it be like that, and if I step even out and let them just mourn their loved ones. I would have just allowed everything to be done like that. Now, where is the problem, guys? No, let our father rest in peace. Go to South Africa, there's so many nice why things have happened like this. But it's a shameful matter, really. Our leader is full of lies. Lelo ngalanda blue, my loikesa chijekesa about orange and blue and red. Never to feel each other. I know I've done things that are not right. And the Muntu like that. Muntu is a good leader, but Akainde is not a good leader. I'm sorry if I told there are people that are following him, but he's not a good leader. He's not. But let's see on what God is gonna do. Let's keep on praying to see the way out for this, because in that person that way on. Because you denied him to go for medical checkup. Because I needed 8 ton time. They could have saved his life. I'm a doctor now in South Africa. They could have saved his life, but he went late. And if I thought he didn't have anything against him, why did he fire the person who authorized him at the airport to go? That is my question.
And there are many letters of which he was being denied to travel.
Exactly.
The evidence is there. He was kicked off a plane. There are many letters where he tried to go. And there is evidence of Lungu himself telling the whole world on camera.
That's not right, Papumi. Therefore, to feel it I'm life by the president. Therefore, to feel it If it feel fear change. No mbaba to feel safe bale lava. Kabale eviction or eviction muntu inachula sana. Ndipo kia kumake diko
Tabale lava, you know bali kwa tabale fire number to they don't want to be blamed for this.
Ofuna ishmaine my big sister. Chile chile indishiranga kuiba bembolu chelo. Imba denied us. Because very Shama conflicts he could have said, you know what about in Katuaimba and then family change
Infumu be imanda ya mfumu especially kufile kwa ba family na machikalamba pa kuimbe manda.
Exactly.
You know that Edgar Lungu is like a chief. He ruled over. He's more than a chief because the chief ila tungurula to a certain tribe, but Edgar ruled over the 72 tribes. He was a king.
Ili kwatini reach on omba kwati pa yofi alefwa fichitike. Fumanika kale free person. Daba mwe batinga wa yangu mwana sona soka wina my election stuff ya chitike. Dangu pa nono. Daena family taba tumbolo balaba nti balaba fumi bana pepa balishbalesa. Maybe when the Spirit of God has whispered something to them. It's not right. No. In there, I'm not in a party, I'm not a politician, but I'm just standing on the truth. That you when wrong is wrong, let's address it as wrong. That's how we're going to move forward in Zambia. But in Kachapati,
you know, I'm a comment I hear that. What about how HH treated from ECL? ECL is dead. We are mourning here. Complicated. Advisors. You people who are always talking about what ECL did. ECL is no more. Let us mourn him and bury him.
And now the problem, the good part is for it to click on Okubo. But if you can box to Zambia, from one place to another, we are not there. So let them keep on. So and they are probably the Zambia from one place to another. They don't know what they've done.
Abana mukoserera omubiri. Lekenya bene bashiki omuntu wabo. Wani muwakoserera omubiri wa muntu? Let them bury their dead.
I thought they said they have moved on.
Yes.
What is the problem?
We can't mourn indefinitely about to unfortunately South Africa.
The president who have emotion like that, where like he's even showing it on the media. They drop national mourning just because of that. It could have just kept quiet.
It's not about him. The national mourning wasn't about Akainde. It was about the state.
Exactly.
So for him to even cut that national mourning is a big problem. Because that national mourning was for the state, not for Akainde, who didn't like ECL.
But it's that ECL does not even live in the state house. We don't care whether it because one is spending money, traveling every day from Krakwino to state house. I got freedom in the moon. So only for the tag. I got freedom in the moon. But let's do it. Let's in the chamber. MB from the MB Robert was out. I'm sorry. Who left watch the tag? Because I don't want to go the government will protect our band. Galabesh for Belanda. In pieces, what's called Bacalason, I don't get some for the Apura Pompa, like that. Who therefore I land the ferry for, but this upon a period upon my sister.
Now full about pressing and I was a page. Even you have stopped mourning, so why are you here about pressing her? Why are you here for today morning? Apano, come here and you could. You are crowding the page for nothing.
As we are mourning.
You're done. Yeah.
It's not easy. The president of the state house. If I take one and the take out of state house, or a queen of Queen, from nowhere. I'm telling you, I take it. The time when chilling dividing, but this man is a very stupid man. I am actually being now that I said,
God forbid.
I'm BP na yakwera pa. I understand. You know, the thing that is very disappointing is, this is history in making. Ama books yakalanda ati balyese shokulanda na family. Ama books ya history yakalanda ati a sitting president who denied with a former president to be buried in Zambia. No matter what happened between them, as a leader, he was supposed to humble himself and ask for forgiveness for peace to reign. If Zambia is a peaceful nation, what we could have been looking for is peace. Not umuntu airangi ati nena alikwata amakakainebo president, I'm going to avenge. A leader serves others. Takuwa leader waipanga. This is a disaster in making. Whatever I'm following, abalelanda, elota ichiri ndinga mwaimba. Umushiri will start calling for someone. So baipakanya now.
Wait, tell Balalanda that if you dig a grave for someone, wimbe fibi. Padaule imbe manda ya munobe, wimbe manda yo.
The most painful thing.
Yaba, awe Zambia.
Never from Zambia, Padawa but peaceful, loving nation. It's so disturbing. Just because one person failed to humble himself. A leader leads by example. A leader needs to learn to forgive. A good leader, whatever has had between them.
Okay, so ba Esther pali line ni mwachisa chirikira ku line ba chair ba firo kuisa first.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
Yeah, so ba chair go ahead kuli line after ba chair ba Elia mwalaisa elo ba Robam. After by Elia. So go ahead, by chair one. Go ahead. Yes. Yes. Cleopa. Mkwai. Nikulo shanoku chula pamu.
But what I can say, abantu aba katuisho for bale. I think na chambo ku bale mutudechisho kwacha. Because bali takata bashimishe chiriro chirafwa batukimisha. Bashitepinepinepi. And if students have come back again that HH talent did it. HH abomba president bare mueba baraba kosora ba state house abane Hamasaka. Konka. So as we said, President Impum, let's shut down this propaganda.
If you appreciate it, that's why you are to Canada case. Return to sender. Return to sender.
Secular Imbia Chufuma, PF fish because South African government right cannot
they have even made a website to start publishing propaganda. There is a website. Nari Mona Mairo, they are publishing all the propaganda per website, Padia. As South Africa denies burial, we are here, Mwevantu. We are here to quash, meet the propaganda Padia penning. They have muffin and boom, shoot it down.
Some groups they are they are full of UPNDs. Fake news. Let's continue and hammer these guys.
All these years from 2020, they have just been running on propaganda from 2020. They won an election on 2020. I don't know, all these years in power, ni propaganda obufi. Every day obufi kunabepo obufi mwe bantu na party lyo nomba lyo muntu afo matwa na propaganda kuchiro chakwa ECL. Shame on you.
They have got no shame, Mama. So let's keep on fighting, and until we're burying it, then we'll come back. Kuna kumansa lero kyakirira n'abalosha market mulya. Mwakimona kumansa ko kiweeme kulya. Komperere ne besinkana will come in later.
Go ahead, Mama Elia.
In the point you wanted.
Mama
Elia. Yeah, so I think if I check first of all, why you didn't be killed many were not the room. In a woman now na ni video you most chape ya mene kawenzo enda kuti and then wakainde chewenzo kutuka na waeti garungu na bantu wao waki makada wao and then nga